Let's understand the objective of business. So what are the objective of business? Business is dynamic activity. Business situations go on changing. So it is very difficult to specify the objectives of the business. Now, what is the meaning? That business is always static. Okay, it will be always stick in one position, that we say dynamic. But the business situations that come every time, in every moment, it can go on changing, or it might change at any time for any purpose. So it is very difficult to specify the objective of the business. Means we cannot say that every time the business can earn profit. They can incur loss also, as because it is always depend on situation. According to the situation, the profit earning capacity will be done. So here I have been telling you that profit is the main objective of the business. But should profit be the only criteria or only objective of the business? Well, indeed, no. If that happens, then there are chances that business can start doing unethical things just for the sake of earning, profit. Hence, it is necessary that a business has multiple objectives. Now, the objectives may be categorized in two different parts. That is economic objective and social objectives. Now we have to understand this division of objectives of the business, with which the business can earn the profit how, and how they are paying the money or profit to the other individuals also. Let us see the first part of the objective of the business, that is economic objectives. So what is written under the point? Business is an economic activity. So these activities aim at earning profit. As the profit is shared among factors of production as wages, salaries, fee, commission and remuneration. So the recipients of the income also use this income in satisfying their wants. Economic objectives are multiple objectives for a business to be in existence. So what it has been telling here, as you know, business is a process of exchanging goods and services, but in terms of money. Means whenever a seller is selling the goods to the buyer, the buyer is paying for that also. That is why we say that business is always an economic activity, because it is always deals on price. So these activities aim at earning profit. Whenever a business is to be done, Okay, there should be a aim to earn profit. Okay, so as the profit the person is to get, means we can say the business holder, a person who is holding the whole business, he is maintaining it, so he is the person who is earning those profit. Okay, but from that profit, he need to share also. Okay, to whom he will share? To the individuals or the employees who are working under his organization. Okay, if an employee is working in a company, then the company holder must need to give the income that he get as a profit, he must share to those people, to those employees. Like how? By paying salary to them, or commission, or bonus, or say as any other kind of incentives, any other kind of extra payment, or they are paying the money to the laborers who are working into the factory under the company. Okay, so it is very necessary for the holder of the business to pay the money that he earn, that he get income from the market. Okay, so first of all, what happened? The company is to make the goods, production is to be done, those goods is to be sold to the market. Okay, from the market the customer will demand, customer will buy it if the product is really good or branded. Okay, then the customers will buy it, customers demand will be high, obviously the business will earn more money from that, they will earn money from the market more. With that money he need to share to all the employees, to all the laborers, and even he need to use those money in the next production that he is going to do in future. All right, so this is very necessary that with that money he buy the goods, he buy the some kind of material with which he want to do the production. Okay, like say as example, I can give you here that a company is making cotton clothes, so for that he need cotton, so he will try to buy cotton first. The raw material is cotton here, he will buy it, and then with that he will do the production, he will make the cotton clothes, and ultimately what will happen, those cotton clothes he will try to sell it. From that money again for the next production he will make it save, or he will make budget, and ultimately what happened, from that income, they can satisfy the wants of the employees also. They will give the money to the employee, and the employees get satisfied as they are working under him. So this is called economic objective, and now we will see what are the objectives under these economic headings given. So we can say that some of the economic objectives also presented under the heading. Now, let us see some of the economic objectives. First point, that is earning profit. So, under the point, earning profit is the primary objective of the business. It is the desire of earning profit which induces the entrepreneur to start and carry on business. Every business activity is aimed at maximizing profit and wealth. In socialistic economy, service motive is predominant, whereas capitalistic economies aims at earning more and more profit privately. So now, as you know, earn profit here means that if the business is to be done, that means they always do it in terms of money. They always try to earn profit. which I have already explained to you or discussed in the last lesson. See, profit earning is the main and the foremost important objective of the business. Without profit, business cannot survive, and hence it is necessary that whenever you are selling anything or whenever you are providing any services, the revenue or income can be called as profit you are earning from that, it should exceed the cost which you incur from selling those products or those services. So earning profit is the main objective of the business. Now here also written that in socialistic economy, service motive is predominant. But in capitalistic economy aims at earning more and more profit. Now what does that mean? In this society they are providing services. Business is to be done because so that they can make services to the people. So if any of the company is producing the goods or any kind of products, they are always try to give it to the society for the satisfying wants and desires of the customers or the people in the society. Okay, but as per in the capitalistic economy means privately the companies are earning more and more profit. Okay, so you have to understand the profit here, because profit is necessary for growing and expanding business activities. Profit guarantee a consistent stream of capital for the modernization and augmentation of business activities in the future. All right. Profits likewise show the scale of stability, efficiency, and also the advancement of the business organization. So that is why the main objective of any business is to earn a profit. Just as a plant cannot survive without water, that is just an example. Similarly, business cannot survive without profit, because profit is the oxygen in the business, without which business cannot stand up, cannot get foundation, and cannot get a growth and development in the future. They cannot run it properly, they cannot do any kind of activity. Okay, and as per this also they cannot use any kind of resources until and unless there will be no money, because finance is the most important part of the organization. It is called as the lifeblood of the organization, with which the company can buy many more things, they can bring many people for the work, they have to pay them for the satisfaction. Okay, and as far as profit earning can give them best effort in the work, they can also get reputation in future, they can give their name in the market. That is why production, consumption, as per as the distribution, for everything profit is very necessary in the organization. So this is the first point under economic objective. The second objective comes here, market standing. So what is written under the point? A business enterprise must aim to increase its market standing by offering good quality products at reasonable prices and serving them better than competitors. Okay, now what does that mean? When I talk about Apple, what comes to your mind? iPhone. When I talk about Microsoft, what comes in your mind? windows, right? So whenever you are able to associate a product with a company, that is because of the goodwill. Goodwill is reputation. Okay, it has made in the market. So those companies who have market standing in the business, in the society, as such, they enjoy a certain kind of goodwill. They always try to enjoy the reputation that they get. Why they are able to do so? Because they were able to provide quality goods and services to the society, and the goods and services which they provide it were up to the satisfaction of consumers. Okay, so remember, profit is the main criteria, but then it is not only the criteria. You need to provide at a reasonable prices goods and services which have some utility or which have as per needs or desires of the customers or consumers. Okay, so this is the meaning of market standing as the second objective of the economic. So next comes creation of demand. So I think you know that in the market, when any product the customer buy, generally we people, we buy, we always create demand. Okay, so now I have to show you this term. Goods and services are produced in the economy to satisfy our needs. If there is no demand of the particular goods or service, it will have to be dropped. This is why the business uses various advertising measures to create the demand of its goods and services. In case of continuing business, efforts are also made to sustain the demand. Now, what is the meaning here? When the customer demand in the market, they always demand it so that they can satisfy their needs and wants. Like we, when we go to the market, we always try to buy those things which we like or which we think that it will be very good for me. Okay, and after utilizing those goods or product, we find that what is the value or what is the importance in that product. Is it good for us or it is not good? Okay, so that is why here it is written that goods and services are produced in the economy only to satisfy the needs, customers needs. If there will be no demand, there will be, what will happen, there will be no goods and services, okay, provided by the company, and if they do also, it will be dropped in the market. So that is why only demand can give them a satisfaction. So in term we said that customer satisfaction can give the growth in the business. If customer will satisfy the product, then the company will get very easily growth. This is why business always try to advertise. They always give advertisement through many medias. You can see through television, newspapers, magazines, or any other social media. Okay, why so? That the customers will like it, the customers will see it, they will get much more attraction, they will be very attractive to the product, and they will easily go to the market which are available in the market, and they will buy, satisfy the needs. So in case of continuing business, efforts are made to sustain the demand. So that is why business try to make best effort to sustain the demand of the customer. They always try to make best product, and they try to give them a nice outlook or nice packaging system, okay, and with which the advertisement will be very fine, and the customer will like it more. So day by day we can see various kinds of products are coming with various kinds of values and features. For example, mobile phone, you can say day by day we can see many features, mobile phones or many sets has come with which the customers are liking and liking, for which the company is facing a very good reputation, and they are earning also money, and they are satisfying also. So this is the term here called creation of demand. Now comes the next objective, which is called innovation. So let us see what is written under the point. It is desirable that the business must invent and discover new and novel commodities, and also the easy and improved technique of production. It should discover new market and effective novel technique of marketing goods. So what is here says, now see, innovation can be done in two ways. Okay, innovation can be in terms of goods or services which have been supplied in the market by the company, or innovation can be a method in which the goods and services are supplied. Let's take an example. Before Domino's, have you ever heard about food getting delivered 30 minutes? So they came up with a new innovation, that is innovative way to supply the services by coming up with this thing that if I am not able to give you the pizza in 30 minutes, then it would be for free. So they bought into the innovation. Similarly, many of the water purifiers earlier used to just purify the water. Now you are aware of it. If you eat any northern part of India's food or the water, apart from having impurities, also it's hard water. So it is not sweet water. When we drink it, so other purifiers came up with the innovative products, which was the purifier which could soften this hard water, and you could get a normal sweet water to drink. Okay, so we can see when we go to the northern part of the place, the water comes very hard, so we can make it very softened by using many purifiers that has come as a innovative way. So this was the innovative which came up. Okay, now the recent innovation which the Google is doing and working hard on it, it is just that a car without a driver. So a car can drive without a driver, and you just have to sit in the back seat. So this is a innovative product which they are coming up with. So this is another example with which you can understand that what innovation is coming day by day, what new innovation has come, or what kind of innovative ideas the companies are bringing for the future, or for the future generation, so that the people will like it more, and as per people will get comfortable and good facility. Okay, so always remember, business will be able to thrive in the market only when it keeps on innovating with its product, with its supplying, or the services it is providing, or it is the innovating in terms of the method and the way in which these goods or services are supplied. So from this point we can understand that innovation or innovative idea is also very necessary for the customers demand. Okay, and customers will like it more, they will be satisfied, they can fulfill their desires and wants, and for that the business also will get good premises, and they can get reputation, goodwill, they can earn more money with its, they can give more facility, more luxuries, more comfortableness to the public or to the general customers. Okay, so that is why we say that innovative ideas or innovation is also very necessary for the next generation or for the next people who are working or coming with this, and they are just waiting for those kinds of desires that they want every time. Now we are coming to the second part of objective of business, that is called social objectives. So what is written under the point? Social objectives are those objectives of business which are desired to be achieved for the benefit of the society. Since business operates in a society by utilizing its scarce resources, the society expects something in return for its welfare. Social objectives refer to the obligations of business towards customers, employees, investors, suppliers, government, and the general public. The profits of business represent government and the general public. The profits of the business represent a social surplus in which all stockholders roused shares in proportion to their contributions. So what is the meaning here? As we know that business always is to be done for the society, for the employment, and for the community. So when they are making any goods, when the business is doing or producing any kinds of production, what for this production is to be done? Because of consumption. So production is only for consumption. If there will be no production, there will be no consumption. So who is producing here? The company is producing the goods, the producer is making the goods, and as well as the consumer is consuming the goods, which is called as consumption. So how the company is making production? They are bringing out many materials, inputs that we called, then they are making the goods and they are making benefit for the society. How? By giving to these products in the market. After giving the or delivering the goods to the market, the consumers, like the general public we say, they can easily buy it from the market with their own choice. If they want any kind of item, okay, they in their own choice, or says they are liking those products, they can easily pick up the item or the product from the market, because in the market there are different kind of companies products are available, even different types of items are available. Okay, so that is why the company can give or benefit to the society. They always try to achieve for the benefit for the society and to make them satisfaction. Okay, so social objective is also referred to the obligation of the business towards customers, that already I have discussed here, and employees, investors, suppliers, government, and general public. So you know, the person who is investing the money in the company, he is an investor, and the employees who are doing the work in the company, they are employees, and the suppliers who are supplying those products to the market are called as suppliers. So you know, for those people, all the kind of production or the product is benefited. with which the company also gets much more profit. Okay, and the profit always represent the business at a social surplus. Okay, the person who is hold all kind of goods as a stock he is to be called as the stockholders. So he is maintaining the stock, the products that he keep it as in his go down, and then the goods he is supplying to the market, so that the market will be easily available to buy the product. Okay, that's why we say that customers are satisfying with their own choice, with their own desires. Okay, and with which the company is getting a foundation stone. So that is why social objective is also one of the main objective of business, which is to help not only to the investors or suppliers or employees, but also to benefit to the customers in the society. All right, now let us discuss the social objectives one by one. The first point is supply of desired quality of products. So, what is written under the point? The important social objective of every business should be to produce and sell the goods of right quality of products at reasonable price. Quality may mean durability, as in case of TV, computer, etc., or safety, as in case of pressure cooker, washing machines, scientific instruments, or purity in case of edible oils, medicines, etc. Every business should satisfy the customers by providing them the goods of right quality at reasonable price. By achieving these social objectives, the customer will be satisfied, and satisfied customer will create new customers, and hence the number of customers will increase, and which in turn will increase the probability of the business. So, what is the meaning here? See, here when I am talking about quality goods, if I am charging a price to a customer, when I am supplying as a business person, I am supplying any kinds of goods and services. I am charging them. So it should not happen that just for the sake of earning profits, which is the major operator of business, I end up supplying substandard goods to them. So if that happens, at some point of time, early or later, the existence of business comes into a threat. Okay, and there are chances of business will have to be closed down. Hence, it is necessary that as a social objectives, the business provides quality goods to the consumers, because consumers always wants good quality of the products, and this is called as their desirable or their wants. So that is why always a business should think about the customers also. Customers are getting their fulfillment or not, so that ultimately the end user, that is the customer, will be much more satisfied, or they are feeling comfortable, with which the business will earn profit. Okay, so that is why goods must be very good quality one, and it should be a standard one, that we call standard of products. Okay, so this is the first social objective, which is the main objective, and which is very important to know, as because it is depend on the customers, the consumption with the link of production. Next objective comes here: avoidance of antisocial and unfair trade practices. So, under the point, the another social objective of business should be to avoid antisocial and unfair trade practices to earn profits. Antisocial activities such as black marketing, hoarding, and unfair trade practices like overcharging, manufacture or sale of goods, giving misleading advertisements should not be undertaken by business for earning quick profits. All such activities earn a bad name and sometimes make the businessman liable for penalty and even imprisonment under the law for the time being in force. See, business to be in existence, one of the most important objective is it should not resort to any unfair trade practices. It should not, let's say, for example, you are we're in a country where wheat is most important food grain which we eat. Okay? Now suppose there is a shortage of wheat because of crop failure. So an unfair trade practices would be when dealers or the wholesalers start hoarding the wheat so as to earn more profit by supplying them or selling them to the consumers at higher price, so that would be an unfair trade practices, so this has to be avoided. Okay, so what will be happen here, like you know that the goods with a higher price you cannot take, the businessman cannot see only the profit, they cannot do any kind of black marketing or any kind of hoarding system, otherwise it will be very difficult for the consumer to buy the product and it will be not at all to be good, so as to be avoided. Okay, when we are running a business, if you keep on doing that, then you are not achieving social objective, and then it might happens that the government start questioning you or the regulatory authorities start questioning you, and the existence of the business might come into problem. So that is why we say that it should be avoided. Unfair trade practices must be avoided, and also the antisocial things. There must not be any kind of black marketing, hoarding, or they cannot take any extra charge of the price of the items or products. Okay, if they are facing any kind of problem. So that is why this social objective is also very, very important. Okay, so next objectives come here: welfare of employees. So what is written under the point? Welfare of employees should also be the social objectives of the business. These objectives can be achieved by providing good working conditions for employees, fair remuneration, housing and medical facilities, fund for future security after service. On fulfillment of this objective, efficiency of employees is expected to be improved, and as a result, the profitability is also expected to be improved. So, what is the meaning here? Now, see, I already covered that managers' development and providing the right protection and right treatment to workers is important. Apart from that, the other employees have to be given proper training, given motivation to work for your business. So you need to ensure that they are paid as per the market price and they are not exploited for your business. Okay, fair remuneration is very necessary for the employees to be given as per the employees are satisfying the company's work. According to the work they will get a pay. So the employees must do the work according to his capacity, and according to that work only the company will give him or pay him the price. So that is why it is very important objective to know that what is the welfare of the employees, and this is the social objective which gives the employees efficiency level, and it is expected to improve so that it will be give a good result in profitability, and it should be improved too. Okay, next comes here the objective, that is the social objective, is generation of employment. So, generation of employment is one of the social objectives of the business. This objective is achieved by employing people for different parts or types of activities in the business. While fulfilling this objective, the business should give due consideration to poor or handicapped people, so that the income of poor families can be increased and the handicapped people may be made useful to the society. The business units which pursue these objectives are in position to improve their public image. So, see, the existence of business, as I already said, is due to many resources which work. So many of the physical resources which work for the business so that they can produce the goods and services needed by the consumers. Hence, it is necessary that the employment generation happens. Now, you require employees because it is not an one man army show. So, you need to ensure that employees generation is an objective of business. Business provides that employment and it keeps on giving those services to the society as such. Now, because of the production of goods and services which are required by consumers, in order to produce that, we would require employees, and hence we would recruit them, and that if one of the objective of business. So recruit here means they try to bring the employees in the company as they need the employees. One man cannot do lots of work, that is why recruitment is very necessary to do. But recruitment they can do through advertisement, by giving in the newspapers, television, or any other social media. Okay, after that only one person will come, and then he will start doing the work. So this is one of the objective of business, and it is a social objective. All right.